Hello everyone, how are you today? Let's wait like 10 more seconds as everyone can connect. So guys, today I would love to introduce you Tom and Valentin, more specific details about our games, what's our vision for the future, and mostly about what we want to bring to our ecosystems.
Great, cheers, Kevin. Great to be here, everyone. Hello, everybody. So, for those who haven't seen our previous sessions on gaming, my name's Tom Fleetham. I'm leading business development in sports and gaming for Zilliqa. Fairly recent joiner, coming from IBM, where I led sports and entertainment for the UK business. Um, Actually got into crypto myself back in about 2016, that sort of time. Actually, because I was playing a lot of online poker at the time. Um, there was obvious, and then basically, kind of crypto took over for me. I thought, wow, this is actually a better opportunity, and it kind of itched that urge when it came to gambling as well, to some extent. And then really the two things came together for me as NFTs and blockchain gaming exploded over the last couple of years. And I've really become convinced that what have we got now, about 100 million users in crypto worldwide. And for me, it seems super clear that the next, if you're going to get to 1 billion users, it's
That would be insane.
predominantly it's going to be through gaming, right? That seems like the most logical place to focus. So really excited to be here and can't wait to get stuck into the session.
Great, amazing experience. I love your background and mostly to have worked with you. I'm super excited for the future. It's really good to have you. And now, Valentin, how man, how exciting man. How are you?
How? I'm happy to be here, happy to work with you guys. I'm also a recent joiner in the company in Zilliqa, less than 2 months, I think, but still great achievement. I think we have done all over the place. Now, a bit of myself. I've been doing software, maybe I could say 2 decades. I'm not gonna be wrong. Mostly in my own companies or around other people's company. But when I say other people company, I mean always I hit high around Forbes 500 companies like Intel, Siemens, Activision Blizzard, Playtika, and actually my own gaming studio, which is let's say my own incubator of doing the ideas regarding games and blockchain games. An adventure that actually ended very well. The final boss, the final quest in that adventure ended quite nice with a nice exit. And after that, well, here I am at Zilliqa doing what I really love, gaming technologies. That's
Again, welcome on board, and it's really an honor to have you. With your experience about the gaming and mostly from the company and your experience mostly in the history of the gaming, it's gonna be amazing for us. And for what we are building and our vision, it's essential to have you.
yeah,
So again, I'm really happy to have you all.
but it's your turn, dude. You're in for
So
now.
who I am, the good question. So my name is Kevin. I'm coming from a gamer perspective. I was a pro gamer in the team Epic back to the time for Counter-Strike. And I'm really a huge gamer. I'm playing a lot. And since I'm actually almost born, let's say around 4 years old, I could already see a lot of games on the shop, try them. And I was always excited. But for the blockchain part, I'm coming from the crypto universe since 2013. So I've been a long time in this market and I've seen a lot. My reason to be with Zilliqa is I can literally see how these two worlds can be connected. And with you guys, we can create really a huge, huge potential for the gaming community, the crypto community, and mostly to bring new retailers to our ecosystem to discover new kind of minds they will never had to explore it. So I don't know how to properly explain it, but it's going to be incredible. And right now, I would love to show our teaser because, guys, you spend a lot of time to create this game, and it's really good. For having tried it, it's really, really good.
Thank you.
Incredible! I love it. And what I love the most about that is like it's a shooter, there is real explosion, a real map design concept behind all this. This is just a teaser, as we say, guys, for you. And I will mostly answer the question, why did we try to create a kind of game like this? What's our vision? What's our goal behind it? So we let's answer about this question, guys. I think it's really important to explain it to our community.
Sure, you want me to go first, or do you want to?
Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, cool.
With
So,
huge pleasure.
for me, I think before you answer like why a first-person shooter, you need to kind of step back and say why gaming for Zilliqa, and what is it that we're looking to be? What's our ambition? Um, from my point of view, I believe that Zilliqa's got a really great technical design that's really well suited to gaming. First and foremost, but I think some other chains can make.
Ouch.
Oh,
He disconnected.
he is coming back for sure.
So I think I can take it over from my own perspective.
With pleasure. Please, Valentin, continue.
Look, we chosen first-person shooters for one good reason. It's the easiest way to attract the players we really want to switch them a bit from the regular kind of gaming to play to earn. Oh, Tom is back. Back to you, Tom.
Welcome
Sorry about
back.
that. Got rubbed from the stream there. Yeah, so I'm not sure when you lost me, but as I was saying, we've got a really great technical design that's well suited to gaming. A lot of others can say the same thing. What we've got that others haven't got is some really important esports partnerships that give us access to millions of gamers all around the world. We've also got our own metaverse, Metapolis, that we're building that I'm sure a lot of people will know all about. We've also got Valentin, who's tearing up trees and making real significant progress on the tech side and building a really fabulous team. And I think you put all of those together, that's going to help us realize our ambition of becoming the leading blockchain in competitive gaming. We're not going to try and do everything, but we're going to try and be a win to earn chain. And then you look at all of that and you think, okay, well, in that case, a first person shooter lines up really well. It's obviously going to appeal to the esports fan base. It's the most popular genre of game out there. It's very well suited to the win to earn tokenomics that I'm sure we'll talk about a bit later, which is the philosophy really that we believe in. And we also don't see any project. There's lots of projects out there building in this kind of space, but we haven't seen one yet that's really got it all right. And so we thought, why not build it ourselves?
I absolutely agree. And I can see the community already have amazing ideas. No worries, we take this in consideration.
So go for it, Valentin. What do you think?
Well, I was starting to say we thought about first-person shooters for the main reason that during our market research, we thought about all the genres. We said, okay, maybe a card trading game, maybe a racing simulator, maybe something in space for a survival. But then let's look what the regular players are doing now, what they are playing. We started, of course, with the normal places to go, Steam, Epic Games, and so on. And we've seen that people are doing shooters more than anything else. I say, okay, we want these guys and ladies to play not only the regular games, but to have a context in the play to earn. So hey, let's do a shooter. Let's do the research focusing this kind of games. And we started at that end. We all are about creating a fun game, yeah, on the blockchain, but still bring the gameplay elements and trust us, trust me. We are doing the best to really create a community around the game and listen to what you guys have to say. Look, we're not going to be, yes, it is a business, it is around blockchain, but the gameplay, the fun we're going to have, we're going to forget about the major titles. And I'm going after them now. It's a vengeful mission that I have myself to really create that. This is the moment. I think we are in the roaring 20s, maybe the roaring 20s of the next level of fun with games, with shooter, with our shooter.
I absolutely agree. Actually, with all these ideas and with the game I tried that you developed, it's really, really good. And I already had a lot of fun while playing it. So I know that when the multiplayer and all these parts will be available for the communities, they will be like, "Oh, guys, they created really something amazing." So far, we just showed you a teaser, but trust me, the game is already runnable, and it's really good for that. The second reason why we took a FPS shooter, it's our esport team partnerships. It makes absolutely sense. We have NIP with us, which is one of the best Counter-Strike team. On Rainbow Six, they are great too on all the shooter area, and they help us to basically think about what will be the best to implement in our game. We not only want to build a game for a game, we want to build a strategic game that can be actually playable for esport gaming, and at the same time create a good tokenomics that will be not only a play to earn, but a kind of different way to earn, a skills to earn. You will have to really be good in the game to be able to generate a lot of revenue. But not only, and let's not focus mostly on this part. Our main part is that every player can earn money, having fun, play with their friends, and really enjoy this moment into a game. And I think we should talk a bit about the behind the scene, all this kind of, let's say, SDK who are coming, what we see for the future, the development, the recruitment team we had recently. It's really good.
Exactly. I mean, the idea for building games doesn't start with the only the game itself or what you want to do with the game inside that, like the economy of the things and or the skins and so on. You have to think about the tools you need to create before you create the game. So before starting to create a house, you need all the bricks and stones around you to do that, right? So this was our approach. Let's build a foundation. Let's create the right kind of tools, and for that, I started to look. Hey, let's create the software development kit that we need for this game to be around, not only for us, for our own game, and to drive it and increase the capabilities of this software development kit, but also for anybody else around the world. No matter if it's a AAA studio, gaming studio, no matter if it's an indie studio, or just you a developer that wants to make a game on our blockchain. We have the tool already at version 2.0, guys, already there. The team that I'm creating around the SDK is continuously working there, and I'm pushing to recruit even more. So hey, if you want a job around Unity and blockchain, join us. Like crazy. And that's the thing, and we are really looking about quality. So if we create the right tools at the right quality, we can then count on that to create quality games, and our partners to create again quality games. That's the whole thing in the end. Quality, quality, and quality, and we are pushing that quite a lot. Now, in respect to the plans, we are not thinking about something to happen only for, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year, and so on. The plan is for a very long term. We want to have all kinds of all the flavors you are used from a regular shooter that you've played maybe for ages. I don't want to mention the franchises here, but to have seasonal content, customization, to have your friends, to have all the things that you got used to. But on top of that, you're gonna earn money while having all this. So it's all that plus earning. I'm super excited that we can do that now.
I absolutely agree. And I know that we already had some kind of insider talk about all this. But honestly, I'm super excited. I'm really excited about that. As a gamer's perspective, I'm really excited.
It is really exciting. I think it's worth pointing out as well that we're already going to be the first layer one to have their own metaverse in Metapolis, and that gives us some interesting opportunities to think about what I've tried to coin the Zilliqa meta game around how we incentivize rewards and behavior across the full ecosystem. Owning our own game and being able to design the tokenomics around that game and let those evolve over time and adjust them to incentivize users in different ways, that's going to be equally as powerful. It's also going to be such a great signal for me to take to the gaming studios that I'm talking to. We're already having some really exciting conversations in that space, and the fact that we've got a credible team who are building their own game, and that actually we haven't just created an SDK to help others. We're actually going to have built a game that's used the SDK, and you can play it and you can see see the results and what the impact is, that's going to be really significant for us in terms of the partnerships that we can develop going forward.
Absolutely, I agree. It's going to be really massive for that. And let's be honest with you, community. We are not focusing to just play to earn. Where basically, like other project, it's pump and it's dump. Our really vision is for the long term, between 5 to 10 years, where people will still talk about this game in 5 years and be like, "That's amazing. Do you play it? Yeah, I was super good in this game. I really tried it hard and I loved it." And some of them be like, "Yeah, I made good money with this. I have a lot of NFTs. I can literally use these NFTs into different universe." And this will come a bit later. I mean, I can already disclose some part of it, but it will come later. But we are creating a new marketplace for you too, to be able to play the game and with the reward to interact with other application on our ecosystem. And that could be really big for you guys. But we have all this vision and we are working on it.
I think on that vision, we need to mention that Zilliqa has all the means. I had a lot of questions on Twitter, on LinkedIn in the last month. Why Zilliqa? Why should we do a game with? Why should I do a game here at Zilliqa? And I said, look, Zilliqa has the blockchain, has the token. We are building, and we've built very good tool already. The software development kit, this SDK. We are now building the game as we speak. I even see my guys in the chat writing stuff on our private network. We are working with external partners to maybe have their own games on our blockchain with all our tools. What's left? Let's think how maybe Steam did it or our Epic Games did it. They created something else besides all this, except the blockchain, of course. The gaming hub, that Steam version, maybe on blockchain, the Epic Game Store. This is what we also consider now to do. I cannot give you a deadline when that will going to happen, but trust us, it's in our plans. It will happen. Think it like this. We have all the means. We need a marketplace. We need the community-wise. We need the store for all the NFTs, all the skins, everything that will happen inside the games. All of these games will be there. And plus that, on all this, we'll have the esports events. The whole community. As Kevin is saying, we are thinking for a long term. Long term.
I absolutely agree. And Tom, I would love to ask you a kind of tricky question, but how do you see the long-term vision on this? I had Valentin, I gave mine. Now, explain it.
Sure.
How do you
so on play to earn specifically, or on the hub?
No, mostly on the hub, on the play to earn too. You can mix all of them.
I'll cover both actually. So
easy going.
In terms of the hub, I think it's worth that. It's Valentin's baby. I think he's done a very good job of describing the benefits. The only thing I'd add to that is I think that having this type of experience is probably more important in blockchain gaming, or it will be, than in traditional gaming, because players are going to want to extract value from the games and then get that value into the other games, which is going to be predominantly through trading tokens, NFTs, that type of thing. And having a really seamless experience across an ecosystem of games is going to make that is going to make the ecosystem itself stickier. It's going to keep people playing Zilliqa games, or games that are in our ecosystem, and I think that's a really important part. In terms of like play to earn itself and like where it's going in the long term, and I'd love to hear your guys' point of view on this, but my vision for this, and this is what got me so excited. I remember I was going for a walk on my own one evening, and this came to me as like how big this could be. Is that if you get to the point that you think that there's never been more money being invested in gaming than there is right now, okay? And yes, we've had this kind of first generation of games that have done some important things that I'm sure we'll talk about later, but haven't proved to be kind of necessarily ultimately scalable yet. If you get to the point where there are one or more games that are truly culturally significant, so I'm thinking like bigger than Fortnite, so okay, if you get there with blockchain, then I think you get to the point where owning the avatars or in-game items in those games becomes a status symbol, a bit like owning a Ferrari or a CryptoPunk. And if you can get to that stage, then suddenly you've got lots of people who have a lot more money than time, who are willing to be net contributors to the game and are willing to put money into it. And then there's a lot more people that have got around the world who've got a lot more time than money, who are going to be willing to grind the game, maybe make a living, or at least making a net profit, getting those assets and selling them to the people with more money than time. And I think it's through that eventually you can create a really exciting, sustainable economy. And I think the games that end up achieving that, and it probably is only a handful, that's kind of what we've seen in traditional gaming, where you get sort of 4 or 5 that truly explode at the top. I think the rewards for those are going to be absolutely enormous, and ultimately it's my job to, or our job, to make sure that we increase the chances of them being on Zilliqa to be as high as possible. So that's kind of why I'm so excited about this space in the long term. But it'd be great to hear your guys' point of view as well.
I really love your long-term vision, man. I really love it. I will be honest with you, I really love it. And I absolutely agree. There is such a huge potential that we can make great game, great tokenomic. People will love to play it, still have fun, because fun is the number one priority in the game. If you don't have fun, it will not be fun for us. Remember that. So we try to attract the most people with fun to enjoy what they are doing and when they are playing. And I absolutely agree. In the long term, with all this, it's gonna be massive. I wanted to take a little part about, let's say, the seasonal pass, as we call it. What I wanted mostly to mean by that is we are thinking right now of how to implement a kind of battle pass with different NFT, and at the same time to reward to go further in the development on this battle pass. Like you get XP by playing it, and basically to reward you of playing this battle pass by a stacking aspect. Right now we are thinking all of this, how to create it, how to implement it as the best. We don't want basically the token to pump and dump. It's absolutely not interesting us. Honestly, no. We want to create something fun, something sustainable for the long time and for our long vision. And that can be deployed on our full ecosystem, that you are able to basically see it on the Metapolis, on the marketplace of skins, that you can use it in our games. But right now we are still at, let's say, the early stage. We already have the game running great. I love it, and really greatly. But we are still developing all this other part.
And that, sorry to jump in, but and that takes time. As I said, we are still recruiting. The plan is there. We have all the technical aspects quite well defined. Performance-wise, the game now is behaving extremely well, but we have so many features to add, including multiplayer, which is just started this week. Don't count for an anytime soon beta release. Yes, it will be open, and I think we are planning that. Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, on the open beta playground, but it takes time. Be patient. Quality cannot be delivered overnight. And especially you guys, I know you are asking if where is the studio located? Where are the guys? It's a decentralized company. The studio is also decentralized. So I'm picking up only the best of the candidates to join our effort, and also be a gamer. Yes, it's on the list. You need to be a gamer to really understand what we are doing. Tom is a gamer. Kevin is a gamer. I'm a gamer. So we come with this aspect as a strong background, because if it doesn't passes our own review, we're not going to pass your review, guys. So quality takes time. We're not going to happen anytime soon, but stay tuned. I'm not going to give you any dates, so please be patient.
It's generous to call me a gamer in the same sentence as you guys. I think I've got some serious work to do on AIM Lab or somewhere to catch up from a first-person shooter perspective. Anyway,
Tommy's being very
kind.
Yeah, very kind. He has a Nintendo. He's a hardcore.
That's true.
Come on.
That's true. But in the good way. He know about what he's talking. He know how to attract you and to hype you. and we all are gamers. This is what we want to mean. We are all having fun every day by playing different games. So we know how to basically integrate this fun into our own games. And we're gonna have fun, a lot of fun. So I absolutely agree. Shall we, guy, re-show again one more time our teaser of the game? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I see a lot of people joined us and maybe missed the teaser. So let's bring it back
no.
again.
Cool. Yeah.
Welcome back. So how do you feel about this teaser video? And as we say, we don't show you the game itself right now, only the teaser. The game is under our development. And it's already looking great. So I'm really excited about this part.
Wonderful.
Yeah, super excited. So, should we talk a bit more about?
Apparently not. Apparently not. Look, even for the smooth movement you've seen on the in that very narrow, very contained area, it took us like a week to make it to happen exactly like that. Frames per second wise, I cannot give you a number. It depends, of course, on your computer, on your machine. We are targeting PC as the first device to release the game, but later on we can share with you the plans we have. But again, quality as it best at its best. We are really looking to make the best out of this, and to be our flagship in the relationship with gaming on blockchain and play to earn. Back to you, Tom.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, so I was just gonna ask whether we wanted to talk a little bit about tokenomics, what our thoughts are on that space. Do you want to cover that next?
Kevin?
Sure. For the tokenomics, let's say right now we are exploring every kind of design of ideas we can transport to it, and we're gonna have a lot of you help somehow with the community, with the influencer part about like designing some new NFT to be able to basically use this NFT in the game and in Metapolis in the future. And just imagine you can add to this tokenomic, like if you play the game and you start to receive after 10 match a certain amount of token. And this token, if you want to go in ranked and to earn more token, you have to bet this token to enter the ranked mode. And basically you have to be the winner to get and to win all this token. That start to create a kind of ranked system. We are thinking about deploying it the right way. We absolutely want to avoid any issue with the tokenomics. So we are making a lot of tests from the inside to see if it's sustainable or not. And of course, so far I'm really happy where we are going. At the same time, we're gonna have a marketplace with all these NFTs. This NFT can be transferred as a skin, let's say. We are working on this. We are thinking to implement all this, and at the same time, imagine you have Dr. Death, which is a huge member of our community. Imagine if he can design a skin. That will be incredible. Imagine if Soulless Citadel can work with us to design a skin. That would be incredible too. And so far, we are only thinking about all the possibilities. But it's another world, and that's incredible. I'm super excited for that.
That is exciting, and I think that's a great example actually of one of the advantages of us building our own game and the flexibility that it gives us for another chain that's doing it with a third party or a third party studio that board or whatever, it's a little bit more complicated to do that kind of collaboration, whereas we'll be able to be more flexible in that account.
I
And,
absolutely agree.
and just answering a question in the chat, yes, the game will be more stable than my Wi-Fi.
No, really, the game is already sustainable in somehow. Like when you try it, you shoot at the wall. I tried many other games, and some of them were crashing while you shoot at the wall. With Valentin development, honestly, I was like, man, this is crazy. And I had really a lot of fun to discover this game internally and personally. And see, he explained to me so much about the game design. Like basically, when you shoot, you want to have the perfect recoil. So we started to think about that. We started to think mostly about the movement perspective, because in a great game you need great movement. And this was a long talk with him about that. Like he designed it. Every time you move and there is a little object blocking you, it's basically put you up and down. This is really impressive from his side to incorporate all this kind of mechanism. That's why it's take long. And that's why we are saying when it's gonna be released soon, not soon, of course, but when I say in the future, you will love it because it will be really a lot of details, a lot of mechanisms that you can see in the AAA game and at the same time on our game.
We do want to compete with the big fellows, right? With the AAA games, we do, right? It's a business in the same area of interest, gaming. But in our own way, we are building something new. We are the explorers of a new, let's say, segment in the industry that others already did, but at least in our perspective, they sort of failed because they didn't take in consideration the gameplay, the fun of having the right kind of elements from the regular gaming, plus the best way of doing the tokenomics. And the small details that Kevin and Tom are talking about come from our own passion to really deliver something in that direction. So it takes time. I give you an example. Cheating, right? It's a problem with that in all of the games. We are focusing on that like crazy. We are planning and we are trying things. I hope we're gonna cover as much as possible. I cannot promise you everything. I'm sure somebody is gonna figure it out how to cheat some way. But trust me, once we find out or somebody reports that, we're gonna fix it instantly. We have a
Exactly.
very big hammer band just get out of the cheaters. We will prepare something, and I think should be a feature. Thinking now, we caught you cheating. I'm not gonna kick you out of the game. We'll just replace the name with "You're a cheater, dude. Stop cheating." Whatever name you have, whatever nickname you have, we're gonna rename the name you have in that match. You're a cheater, and after that, bye bye. Have fun. Go play something else.
And of course, not forget that the cheetah will not receive any more tokens.
Of course. Yeah, we should split them with the guys already in the match with him or her. You get punished like that if we catch you cheating. Because again, it's all about the gameplay, the fun part of why mix that, why to ruin that for others just because you want to earn more, but that's not the right way. Fun as it at the center of the game, gameplay there, quality, and of course earning,
Absolutely.
earning.
And
Yeah.
we kinda forgot to mention one part too. We're gonna have many different modes in the game. We are thinking what to implement, what kind of other modes, what actually would you guys love to play it? If a lot of you, and I know that a lot of you are gamers and mostly specialize in FPS, if you have some kind of modes you already seen in another game and you would like to share it with you, always share it in the chat, contact us on Twitter. You can connect to the Discord, say, hey guys, I have some ideas, and basically try to present it to us. And with a huge pleasure, we can take it in consideration and be like, okay, this can be really cool to develop or too cool to think about and to incorporate in our games. So guys, don't hesitate for that. As we
Yeah,
say, we
absolutely.
want to link our community with us. Sorry, Tom, I'm cutting you.
Yeah, that's all right. I was just going to add that, yeah, there would also definitely be an opportunity for you guys to get whitelisted and get involved in testing the game at the appropriate time. So we'll make sure to keep your eyes on our Discord. We've recently started a new gaming channel on the Discord, and yeah, we'll be posting information there as well as other social media aspects. So keep your eyes peeled for that over the upcoming months.
Perfect. I think we can start to move with the question from the community. I know that you have a lot of questions. Feel free to always drop a question and we're gonna pick some and answer it, of course. Mostly about the game, about our vision in the long term. I need to join the Discord. Just connect to our website, zilliqa.com, and you will find it on there.
Metapolis, it's pronounced. Metapolis.
Customize tokenization for the game for to play. So every Metapolis can customize a token for players. Really good question. Really good question. Of course, we are thinking about all this, the customization with the tokenomization, and at the same time, how to link directly some skin to transform them as an NFT and to use this NFT for other purpose. As an example, we are thinking to create a kind of NFT. Let's say you order a free NFT with a white shirt in Metapolis, and you want to apply some skins that you earned during the game. We are thinking about that, like let's burn this both NFT to transform it into a more unique one. It's all mechanisms that we are thinking and trying our best to develop in the future. I cannot really go further because of course there is a lot of behind the scene part and some tests and sometimes some fail and some victory too. But yeah, we are thinking about all this.
Yeah, I think it's just worth adding on the play to earn aspect. From my perspective, you've seen the first generation model of play to earn, and it did some really important stuff that should not be dismissed, right? Like it got millions of non-crypto natives using a decentralized application for the first time. It added genuine utility to governance tokens actually within DeFi in Axie Infinity and DeFi Kingdoms, and also added utility to NFTs for the first time in my mind, like genuine utility. But ultimately, it fell down because if you run out of new players, the economy can't sustain itself, right? And the way I'm looking at it at the moment, we've been looking at lots of projects over the last few months, and we're in this kind of second generation of play to earn, which is a load of experiments to try to solve this problem and advance these models. And we're absolutely on top of that experimentation and are thinking through how we can create the best model possible, specifically around this genre for what we want to achieve with our game.
I love it. I really love it. So, what kind of other question could we take? As become competitors in gaming, what do you guys think about other big dev joining Metaverse in the next future? It will be. We are recruiting a lot right now, as Valentin said in the early of this gaming conference. Let's say we are looking for recruiting the best person to help us to develop it the way we want and to expand our vision for the future. Is it going to be a free to play or there is an entry cost? I think maybe one of you guys want to answer it, but I have some idea. I will share it with you. We can immediately try to think about that.
Tom?
Maybe you are not forced, of
So-
course.
I think we're still to be honest, we're still designing the tokenomic model for our game. There's loads of different options. Ultimately, we want to create an experience that attracts non-crypto natives, right? So you want to make it as seamless as possible to onboard. And as soon as you require somebody to download a wallet, purchase an NFT to play, you're adding quite a lot of friction that a traditional gamer is not used to. Okay, so we're thinking about what we can do in terms of our infrastructure partnerships and also the onboarding journey to at least have an option that's easy and seamless and probably free to play, even if there are other options that enable you to extract more value from the game. So it's work in progress, but we're completely acutely aware of the challenges around this and every barrier that we put in place, the result it would have in terms of onboarding new users.
I absolutely agree about that. And I think it's really important to think more about how the new user who are not literally DeFi native, how they can join us, how they can enjoy this game with us, how ecosystem with us. And of course, it's a lot of questions that we are trying to figure it out. And it's take a lot of time, a lot of tests, a lot of background tests, some beta tests, of course, before some alpha tests, but it's coming in place. I saw a nice message from Blockchain Indy. It would be good to have a zombie game mode. We're already thinking about that. No worries.
Yes, I can answer this one. Of course, we're gonna have it. Of course. This will be our second game mode that will be available. But enough with the spoilers. The first game mode is the basic one we are all used to: die, respawn, die, respawn. It will be score based or time based or both. But definitely the second one is the zombie one. We are already preparing the map, the environment for this game mode precisely. It was planned, I think, when we said what game mode, instantly few guys said zombie,
Zombie.
zombie, zombie. Of course, everybody likes that.
Great, 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 great. Um, so so far, I'm super happy about presenting all this idea to the community. I see you guys reacting really positively for this, which is really for us a good conviction that we are going on the right way. And as soon as we're gonna have more details to share with you, we're gonna continue this kind of, let's say, gaming session, gaming conference with you to present you what will be next. It will not come soon. We are working hard on the background. We are really in the back scene. You cannot realize it, but we are giving a lot of effort to go on the right way. So I think we can soon close this session. Maybe you want to answer another question before? I see death match. Let's go.
Of course.
Of course, we are thinking about that.
Yeah.
No worries.
Trying to tease more information out of Valentin.
You guys want to know everything. Yeah, of course
Yeah,
we'll have it.
we
But again,
better wrap up before you give away too much.
yeah. But again, guys, we cannot do everything at launch. We need to test it out. We need to, again, being driven by quality of the deliveries, we really want to test things in-house. If we see potential in that and we see the right level of performance and quality, of course we're going to include it. As we said, we are looking very long term to do this game. And content-wise, seasonal-wise, we're going to have a lot of things to cover. And stay tuned. We're gonna do updates periodically. The team are gonna take care of that also. Of course, we're not gonna just drop the bomb and then nothing. We're gonna get informed on a very steady period of time.
I much more than agree. And of course, I say, Valentin, it's take a lot of time, a lot of tests, a lot of beta tests from our side. Basically, we play extra hours to test the game to be like, man, this is fun. Oh, this explosion, maybe we could think about it differently. Maybe we found a bug on some wall, we can go through this wall. All this take a lot of time. And at the same time, let's be honest, we are doing everything possible to develop it to have quality over quantity. It's our main goal. So I think we answered most of the question. It was really a pleasure to talk with you guys. I hope the teaser really make you bullish mode for Zilliqa, and that's no worries. We are working hard for it, and we are
Let's
all
play
coming
it
from the
again.
gaming community.
Let's play it again. Sorry to interrupt you. Let's play again the teaser as an ending screen.
Perfect. So guys, thanks for everything. We wish you the best, and we will keep you updated.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Great to chat again. Speak to you soon.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Always.